Your position now is what?
Assistant Director of Marketing and Public Relations. Yes, me.
When I first met you, you weren't a newbie, because I interviewed you. Rudolph was in middle school. R.S. Brown
Oh, yes.
was in middle school, and
uh-huh.
he, oh my God, he was like a kid.
I
in the
know.
candy
I still call him a kid. Every time I see him, I'm like, hey, honey, how are
He used
you?
to always be a
I
kid.
know. I know. He's so sweet.
But it was during that time, and there was an aviation program that you have here. You know, so I want to know about that aviation program and other things that are coming up, and that the airport is entrenched in.
Yes, ma'am. So the aviation program, that's still going strong. It's our STEM program, and this year we're going to be making some more announcements with community partnership in relation to that. That's been a special one to me. Coming into the airport, I didn't have any aviation background, but once I came in, I learned
Couldn't
how
tell.
much. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Really? When I first met you and we spoke, that's why I said you didn't. To me, you weren't a newbie. You didn't come across as a newbie.
Well,
or
thank
that
you.
This was foreign to you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So I do have my marketing degree from Augusta University when it was Augusta State University. So I did learn little things, you know, in regards to media and public relations and all that. But coming into the industry, I didn't realize how much of a need there was for pilots and air traffic controllers and aircraft mechanics. So learning that. We have such a tight-knit community and so many opportunities for our young kids here.
Absolutely.
And we need to expose them to those opportunities.
Right.
Because oftentimes, especially in our community, they may not want to leave. You know, for me, for example, I'm born and raised here, went to college here, didn't live here. So there's other kids out there in that way. So what I want to do is try to implement aviation into the school system and the youth of the community. Go ahead and, for the elementary school, have them come out to an airport, see some planes up close. Because oftentimes you don't get to even go to an airport.
They'll
more
never
or less
have
take
that
it.
experience.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
So we do tours, we go and do guest speaking at the elementary level, and we do guest speaking all the way through, but primarily elementary. Middle school, same thing, guest speaking. We work with the Richmond County School System to provide the shadow day opportunities. We also have done some career days.
Absolutely.
So they come out with the career day, they get to see the tower, go over to Standard Aero, which is our largest tenant, and they are our aircraft maintenance. I call them the Jiffy Lube of planes. People fly their aircraft from all over the world to come and have their aircraft worked on here.
That is amazing.
It is.
And you know, that's what you're now sharing that. I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't, because sometimes I think that those of us that are now citizens of Augusta, Georgia, we see that's this quaint little town, but it's not.
It's not.
It has the feel
yes.
of a quaint little town, but Augusta, Georgia was number 2 or number 3 in the state of Georgia as far as population size.
I think, questioning my statistics now, I think we're number 3, aren't we?
Yeah, 2 or 3, and growing. With Fort Gordon, Grovetown is booming. Downtown is booming. There are apartments that are coming up everywhere, all around downtown Augusta. What I love about the vision and the mission of Augusta Regional Airport, it's community.
Absolutely, yes.
It is community. I am very good friends with Marshall Lampkin, and I know that there's a partnership with Augusta Regional Airport and the Marshal's office with doing greater things in the community. Tell us about that.
Yes, so you know, highlighting 1 minute on the community aspect, and that's something I say all the time, is how do we expect the community to fly out of us if we don't support the community?
That's right.
So we want to make sure we're out there in numerous ways. We have a sponsorship policy. Outside of our media buys, we have a set budget where nonprofits can come and ask for sponsorship from the airport. So that's something we want to get out in the community as well. A lot of people don't know about that, but we love to be sponsors of community events. in regards to Marshall Lampkin, I love him. He's a great guy. Something we have partnered with for the last several years is our Santa Fly-In event.
Right.
So that event is something, we actually started that here, and the first couple of years we couldn't really find a good foothold on it. We wanted to make sure that we grew that event, and when Marshall Lampkin talked about his initiatives with Augusta Partnership,
It's a good fit.
absolutely. I said, well, we just need to combine our efforts and make it something really special. And this last year we had 50 families with 118 children. So it is a private event for those families with Augusta Partnership.
That is amazing. That is
We
amazing.
work with different businesses to get those families adopted and buy the gifts for the kids. And it's a big Christmas party. They come out, see Santa flying on a helicopter, and
Amazing.
meet with the kids and give them their gifts. And
We'd
that's
like to partner with you.
Oh, yeah.
With that,
I will
you know,
add
to
you.
get
Yes,
to get the
ma'am.
word out, and then we will sponsor a family.
thank you.
Because
that'd be wonderful.
I was sharing with Tina, and you know that's really the personality of Augusta Regional
We
Airport.
love Miss Tina.
We are Katrina evacuees,
Oh, okay. I
and
realized
this
that.
community loved us back to wholeness. And I made it my mission to be able to give back to the community.
Yes.
But I'm one person.
Right.
But if I'm partnering with the efforts of Augusta Regional Airport and now Marshall Lampkin, I can do a whole lot more.
Yes, ma'am.
So we want to adopt the
Okay,
family.
wonderful.
I'm sure
Thank
we'll do
you.
that. And
Yeah.
the Easter egg drop.
Yes, that is something that I've been wanting to do as well. Unfortunately, we're swampland out here.
I remember we talked about that years ago.
We wanted, and it's still on my to-do list. It's just we've got to figure out a good way to reinforce our nature out here for that
And to make
event.
it safe.
Exactly. You know, because it is swampland, we don't want kids falling in a puddle when they're trying to get their eggs and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, you know, April showers bring May flowers. So
Lots of
it-
April
it-
showers
yes,
in Augusta, Georgia.
It is. It is. So, but that's still something, you know, it's on my bucket list. I want to have that out here. I think that we can. That's another event we can make it even bigger because of the property and
Absolutely.
the community support that we now have. So.
Absolutely. In March, there's a 5K
Yes.
that's coming up. Now, I don't want to participate in that.
Hey, it's
But I want
it's
to-
a walk run.
I want to participate in that, but I want because I can't wear my heels.
Oh, gotcha.
You know,
Yes,
when you're
ma'am.
short,
Uh-huh.
every inch that you can get, you want to get it and hold on to
Right.
it. So I would have to come down
Gotcha.
a whole lot to participate, but I can support it
Thank you.
and getting
Yes.
the message out. But tell us about that.
So this is our third annual 5K. So we actually hold a 5K race on our property. So the race starts and it will go through Lock and Dam Park and then come on our property, go down our runway and end on our taxiway. And it is a fundraiser. This event, we want it to be a fundraiser for different military type organizations.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Yes, because
Amazing.
you know, of course, military is a huge aspect of our community. We need
It
to
is.
support them.
It is.
So this year we're partnering with America's Warrior Project. So all the benefits from this event will go straight
That
to
is
them.
amazing.
Yes.
That's near and dear to my heart. We are presently renovating a house to house homeless veterans.
Oh, wonderful! Yes.
Bright Eyes Veteran
Uh-huh.
Housing Initiative. And in interviewing one of the commissioners and one of the state representatives, Augusta, Georgia is 8,000 units in the deficit as it relates to housing. And I'm grateful and glad that the airport is mindful of our men and women that have served.
Yes, and we have so many employees that are still active duty and retired duty, and we want to take care of our veterans and those that serve our country, and anything we can do. I mean, to me, this is minor in the grand scheme of things.
Absolutely.
You know, it's we can always do more for our military.
Well, fly there, fly home.
That's it. That's it.
Why fly out of Augusta, Georgia Regional Airport?
So what you touched on earlier, I think a lot of people think Augusta's still small, but we are a booming economy. We have so many local businesses and industries here. I call it the 4 M's. We have military, masters, manufacturing,
Let's
and
reverse
medical.
that.
Right?
Masters,
military, manufacturing, and medical. So we have so many different aspects of our community. And all of these different entities, they travel a lot for work.
Right. That's
Even post-COVID, they still travel a lot. So we want the community to think of Augusta Regional Airport is their airport of choice. Fly there, fly home.
Mm-hmm.
We encourage everybody to go on our website and look at our prices. We may not always be the cheapest. We understand that. But when you take the time and look at our website, we have a trip calculator. And in that you can put the airfare, and it auto-generates the prices for Atlanta parking and Columbia parking, the time, estimated time of travel.
Atlanta Airport.
It's a bear.
Bring a lunch.
Yes, it's a bear, absolutely. And that's something, when you put all that together, we may end up costing $30 more.
Right.
But is that the benefit, to go ahead and get there and get back here, and you don't have to deal with the getting there a whole lot early and dealing with the parking and the traffic to get there. So, we just always want people to check us first.
Absolutely. And we're talking, and it's not a dig or shade or put down to Atlanta Airport.
No.
It is a city unto itself.
It is, yes.
And I recently had the regional district manager of Dollar General asked me about the Augusta Regional Airport.
Good. Send them my number.
I did that. I did that because they would drive to Atlanta or Savannah.
Oh, yeah.
I says, well, you don't need to do that anymore.
Right.
You can fly out of Augusta, Georgia. And it will be a different experience than going to Atlanta, calming. There is a calm. There's an order. You can navigate to get from point A to point B without the chaos.
Right. And two, it's so important for the community to support their local airport.
Absolutely.
Because ultimately the airlines, they look at those numbers. We can't, I think there's a misconception there too, is that we can just call, JetBlue, hey, we want service to, out of Augusta to one of the big destinations, and it doesn't work that way. They have to go and they have to look at the numbers coming to and from the airport to see what service to provide. So I'll tell you right now, we are slowly marking those cities off as our top destinations. DC was a top one for us, and we now have that service. Another one we'd love to see is Chicago, New York, somewhere Central Florida. Those are our top markets right now. So we are constantly talking to airlines and say, hey, look at Augusta. Don't forget about little old Augusta. And we make sure that we stay in the forefront of their mind when they're talking about the air service. So please continue to use us, because the more those numbers increase, the better our chances.
Absolutely. And I will make that contact, that connection for you, because he travels a lot. And I think they traveled out to wherever the Super Bowl was.
Vegas. Yes.
Vegas, baby.
Yes.
But he chose the Augusta Regional
Wonderful.
Airport.
I love hearing that.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share about the Augusta Regional Airport? Why this should be the first? We're talking $30 difference.
Yes. Yeah.
And
maybe not even that.
Not even that, but it is worth it to be able to come and not be overwhelmed with flying from point A to point B.
Right. And I think, we're growing so much. You mentioned Atlanta's a city within the city. Augusta Regional Airport's a city within the city. We are expanding on our tenants out here and our concessionaires, and we're doing so many upgrades. We have a new rental car facility. We're getting a new fuel farm, which helps our capacity. We're getting new jet bridges. We're currently expanding our gatehouse so we can accommodate, so there won't be any more ground boarding in Augusta. So it's those types of things, and we can't do that without the community support.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate that growth. And last thing I'd love to mention is during Masters Week, we encourage locals. We all know Augusta and Masters, everybody evacuates the city. So look, I mean, my dad, he's one of those, I'm staying in the house, I'm not going anywhere during Masters Week. But go ahead and our current advertising is highlighting all the different direct cities.
Absolutely.
So it's an opportunity for those spring breakers to go to a new city and have a little mini vacation. So take advantage of those direct flights we have that week.
Yeah. Well, closing remarks. Augusta Regional Airport. Fly there.
Fly home.
Fly home.
That's it.
Lauren, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.